What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Fishing with Sepper video. If you guys don't remember last video, I was at the same exact spot. I decided to come back today. Now I decided to come back because there's massive brown trout in this river, and I haven't caught a brown trout or a rainbow trout yet this year. So I really want to get that checked off our list. There is a possibility of catching brook trout here too. If you guys watched last week's video, you know that is there as well. And if you guys haven't, make sure to check down in the description below and make sure to check out last week's episode because it was absolutely amazing. Amazing view, the weather was great. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel down below for uploads every single Sunday. All right guys, so let's go ahead. Let's get thrown into this water and see what we can catch. All right guys, we're here at the spot. So what we're gonna throw out first is we have this little jerk bait here. One of the treble hooks is actually bent, and that's because right before when I was walking down to the spot, I had hooked myself right in the finger. It wasn't the best way to start out a trip, I can tell you that, but that's why that's bent. But there's plenty of hooks on there, so if we get bit, no doubt in my mind we'll still be able to catch a fish, so we should be all right. All right, so we've been casting in that fast water for a minute here. And what I'm thinking is that it might be moving a little bit too fast for this jerkbait. So I'm gonna cast along the riverbank right here and see if maybe anything's hiding close to the riverbank. And if not, if we don't get any luck with this, we're gonna switch over to maybe a spinner or maybe a tube. And we'll see if we can get luck with that. All right, so I don't think the jerkbait is gonna cut it this time around. It could be just the color too that the trout aren't interested in, but we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna try something that's a little bit more conventional that these trout will most likely be biting on. Alrighty folks, let's see what's gonna look best here today. I'm trying to think if I want to tie on a Phoebe. You know what, I'm gonna do it. So a good couple months back, for those of you that are new, I was uploading shorts about the favorite baits that I like to use, and I actually had a subscriber recommend a Phoebe, and I've never even heard of one or seen one. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna buy one and I'll try it out at some point in time. Yep, so I decided that I was gonna buy one, so I bought two of them actually. I bought one that was smaller, one that was bigger, and I'm gonna try out the bigger one because I know that there are some ginormous brown trout in this river. And that's kind of what we're targeting today. So let's see if with this extra shiny lure here, if we can make some magic happen. All right, so another reason I decided to tie this on was because for the last 4 or 5 days, we've had consistent rain. So surprisingly enough, the water's not that murky, but it is running pretty fast, and the visibility isn't the best that it could be. So I wanted something that's gonna give a little extra shine in the water and something that's gonna be big enough to entice these trout to wanna bite. So we're gonna give this thing a try. We'll see what kind of action we can get with it. Oh yeah, this thing looks great in the water. I think this thing will do just fine. We'll give it a couple casts here. But I'm feeling very good about this lure right now. All right, let's cast way downstream. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the bomb right there. We'll bring it right up through this fast current. All right, so I decided I'm gonna cast it right across to the other side of the fast current. I'm gonna let it just sink for a little bit. I feel like the trout might be sitting low in that fast water, so I don't wanna really reel it in too quickly after just casting it in. Yeah, we got fish, guys. Fish on. That's a good fish. That's definitely a good fish. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh, guys, that's a really good fish. Good fish, guys. Really good fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my God. Guys, let's loosen the drag a little bit. Guys, this trout is massive. Oh God, hang on, hang on. Let's tire him out. Oh my God. Guys, oh my God. No, 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 no. No, you don't. Woo! Boys, oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God. Guys, are you serious? Guys, I'm literally shaking. Look at the size of that trout. Oh my God. Oh, guys, oh my goodness. Are you serious? Guys. Boom, boys. Oh my God. Oh, oh. Guys, look at my hands absolutely shaking right now. Okay, I had to start a new recording because I didn't want that one to end. Oh my. Okay, guys, we're gonna keep this trout. Trout meat like this is absolutely delicious. So let's grab something just to bonk him out real quick. All right, guys, this rock should do just fine. Holy smokes. Boys, yes, this is the type of trout we've been looking for, guys. All right, hang on. Let's leave that there for a second. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab the scale, we're gonna weigh this. All right, we got our scale. Let's go ahead, we'll make sure it's all zeroed out. 3.79 pounds. That is absolutely wild. Oh. Guys, I'm literally out of breath right now. Just in pure and utter shock. Alrighty, so we calmed down a little bit. But now, we gotta go ahead, we gotta bleed this trout. Because trout that are this big, if you guys didn't know, you gotta bleed them out before you fillet them. Because if you don't, the meat is not gonna be as good. So, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab our knife, and we're just gonna cut its gills. So, I'll show you guys how we do that. All right, so we got our knife. You just wanna kinda come over here into the water. You just wanna stick your knife up in the gills and you just wanna slice them. Just wanna get all that blood, if you guys can see. You guys can probably see all that blood in the water. That's how much blood these big trout have in them. So you definitely wanna make sure you bleed them out if you catch one this big. Go ahead and wash our hands off. Make sure that we got all the blood out of there. This thing is still bleeding. This trout is absolutely massive. I don't know if the camera can even do it justice of how big this fish is. This is an absolute trophy. All right, so I'm just gonna grab a stick real quick. Make sure I get this in the water and make sure I secure it. We do not want this fish floating away on us. Let's set some stones on it just to make sure. But we want to leave it in the water, boys. We don't want that to spoil. And we also want to make sure that it finishes bleeding out. Whew, that was an absolute wild experience. I can't believe we got that on video for you guys. That is absolutely 100% the biggest trout that I've ever caught. Oh my goodness. So when I was trying to get the trout out of the water, when it started coming off my treble hook, I just kind of threw my rod in like this nasty soupy mud. So my rod and reel is just all muddy. So I'm just gonna give that a couple dips because That is just coated in mud. But the fishing goes on. Let's go ahead, let's get back out there. I want to see if we can get another one. But before we do that, I need to go ahead and I need to retie. So if you didn't know, after catching a big fish like that, you guys want to make sure that you retie. Because if you don't, the next fish you catch will 100% break you off. So make sure to go a couple inches up from the line where it was first tied, like I did here. Always make sure to take care of your line and your guys' garbage, because it's no one else's responsibility to clean up after you, and we don't want to pollute these rivers. All right, so we got all that line taken care of. We got the previous line off of our lure. So now we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna retie back on, and we're gonna get back out there and see if we can catch another giant trout like that. All right, we're all tied back up, and I just realized something. So remember at the beginning, before I caught that big trout, how I was talking about how that one shorts comment, whoever commented that, you are a genius. This lure is absolutely crazy. And I just wanted to point out that that person was 100% correct. They said that they would outfish me any day with one of these. So, not gonna lie, I 100% agree with him. He 100% outfished me any day with this. So where I caught that last trout, I was kind of down in that fast current, just kind of right where I'm pointing. And I think he was just sitting deep down in that hole. And he must have just came up and absolutely slammed it, because he was hooked very good too. And he was fighting like crazy. So let's see if maybe there's another big trout like that in there. Wait a minute, do we have another trout on? Oh no, we don't. Okay. With the way the water was going right there, I thought we had another trout on. Oh, that's why. We caught sticks. All right. That's the catch of the day. Don't worry about the trout that we caught. Just the sticks are the catch of the day. Holy smokes. So look at where I was holding that trout by the mouth. All that skin was just from its teeth. I'm not used to catching big trout like that. Well, especially not here. I mean, there's another spot where I can catch trout, you know, around that size, but it's not too often that you actually catch them. So I was kind of mindless, to say the least, especially because I was just so pumped that I caught that trout. So I just kind of grabbed it with my fingers, and well, the rest is history. My finger is absolutely torn to pieces. Was it worth it though? 10,000%. We're gonna let that sink down to the bottom for a little bit, and then we'll start retrieving it. I really do feel like they're sitting a little bit more shallow. I think we might have just gotten a hit right there, but I'm not 100% certain. It could just be the current. But that did feel like we got hit. So when I caught that big trout, I was casting down in the lower side of these rapids, but I can't help but think that there's not a trout right here in this hole, right where the rapids kind of begin. So I want to try to fish this start of this little hole here, because I swear I can just feel a big trout sitting right over here. And just kind of cast upstream. I'll let it sit in this hole for a second before we start retrieving. All right, folks, well, we didn't get any more luck with this Phoebe, so I think that we should switch over baits and see if maybe we can catch these trout on something else. Maybe a rooster tail, maybe even a tube, who knows? But I know that they're not biting this anymore, 100%. So we're gonna put this away. We're gonna retire it for now. I mean, we got so many rooster tails. Maybe something, ooh. Yes, I think we're gonna try the neon color, because the water is a little murky and it's really deep through there. I think that if they can see it maybe a little bit better, then maybe they'll go for it. I did see a frog over here too, so green might just work out in our favor. So let's go ahead, let's tie this on. Man, I still can't believe we caught that trout. That's gonna be the story of the year for me, honestly. I mean, if you guys saw last week's episode, you know that I was talking about how that was my first time at this spot. So this is only my second time here. And last video, I was talking about how I had a giant trout on, but I wasn't recording for it. And since I wasn't recording, I thought for sure that people were gonna think I was lying. But as you can see, we were not lying. There is absolutely massive trout in here. So let's go ahead, let's try this rooster tail out and see if maybe this bright color will get it done. Maybe we can even catch some brookies. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, that is so much more noticeable in this water. This could be a money bait right here. All right, we're gonna give this one more cast over here in this fast running water. And if we don't get anything, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start heading back up. And I'm not gonna be done fishing. I'm gonna try to fish the hole that's kind of right next to the road and see if maybe we can get a brook trout. Alrighty, so we didn't get any luck with that last cast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we'll take our trout. We'll go ahead and start heading back to the truck and we'll get to that one spot where we have a chance of getting brook trout. So we will see you up there, boys. All right, guys, that concludes another Fishing with Separate video. I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly had a blast. If you guys liked this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want more videos like this, just make sure to let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, this is Fishing with Separate. We'll catch you on the next one.